Hi, I'm Christine Tulley. I'm a senior writing coach with Defend and Publish. Welcome to episode 6, Try Technology Tools. February, we're focusing on ways to make writing fun and experience a sense of joy with your academic writing. And so sometimes it's really important to get some new tools to get you interested in writing again or motivated to write again. I liken this to going to the gym. So lots of people buy new workout gear in January or a new Apple Watch or something to motivate you. I would think of this as the same thing, except we're trying it in February. And I like to wait to do a lot of those sorts of things to get routines more interesting to February, because a lot of times you do have momentum in January when you're starting out new writing habits and you're interested and things are going well, and then February comes along and you kind of fall down on the job. So what we'll focus on today are 3 of my favorite technology tools that are interesting and fun. So if you're just listening to this on audio, I will have slides that I'm showing in the video version. You can find that at Defend and Publish if you go to the podcast link for that. So for everybody on video, though, you're going to see screenshots of my favorite tools. My first technology tool screenshot. My first technology tool is University of Manchester's Academic Phrase Bank. One of the things I really like about this phrase bank is that it basically sets up small templates for writing. And so one of the things that's really interesting when you go to the phrase bank is that you can either decide to find phrases based on what you're doing in your article. So for example, if you want to compare and contrast information, or you could go there looking for a part of your article or your book. So for example, your methods section or your conclusion. So the parts of an article or a book are listed across the top, and the tasks you might do as a writer are listed down the left-hand side. Both ways, it's very helpful for you to find the information that you need. And if you're looking at it on screen, you can actually see what those phrases look like. So if you click one of those and choose what task you want, you'll see several template phrases, such as several lines of evidence suggest that, or traditionally it has been argued that. These are all phrases we've heard lots of times as scholars, but I find these especially useful when I'm stuck and I'm trying to think of a new way to say something. It also helps me from being repetitive. So I encourage you to check out University of Manchester's Academic Phrase Bank. The address is www.phrasebank.manchester.ac.uk if you're listening at this in a podcast. Another tool that I like is The Writer's Diet by Helen Sword. Helen Sword is the author of many writing productivity books, such as Stylish Academic Writing and Airlight Time and Space. Her Writer's Diet tool allows you to dump in your text of writing that you're working on into something called the Writer's Diet test. So if you click Take the Test at writersdiet.com, you can actually copy and paste your writing in. So for those of you looking at the video, you'll be able to see that I was able to do this. And one of the things that is interesting about the Writer's Diet is that it will show you if you have too many prepositions or maybe what she terms zombie nouns. I like it from not in a way to decide that my writing is fit or flabby, as she shows on the Writer's Diet tool, but I really like it to see where I'm repeating myself, maybe where I'm using too many adjectives and my sentences are getting too long. I also really like it for finding words such as this or that might be unclear academic pronouns. So this is another one that's really great. I like to do this once a week with my writing. I don't do it all the time because it's a lot of fun to try, and you can tweak your writing a lot and play with it. And you might get distracted in playing with the tool rather than doing writing, as I sometimes caution my grad students. But I really like this one for a once a week check on my writing, just to see how I'm doing. And I also like it as a final check before I submit something as a final copy, because that way I know for sure that I've looked at it. I also, one other great thing about it that the tool I don't think is designed to do, but it does, is it will highlight a lot of words that are overused. And one of the things I always tell my students is to try to do lexical transitions, meaning try to say your topic in several different ways throughout a piece, just to give a little bit more variety, and so you're not repeating your terms over and over. And so this piece of writing, for those folks that are watching this on a video, this is actually part of, I'm getting close to a final chapter on faculty writing. And so I can see in my sample that I've got the word productivity twice. I have production, I have composition, I have professionalism. I have a lot of words that sort of are talking about some of the same issues, but they're not totally the same. So I can see that I've already run it through the Writer's Diet test several times. Another thing that's really great is you can get an app that's an add-in for Microsoft Word if you want to test your writing within Microsoft Word itself. So can't recommend this one enough. It's a great test. And this is one that, as I said, you can use, once a week, or maybe when you're getting ready to submit a final copy. Another fun tech tool that I just discovered is Scholar-C. And this is a tool where you can get information out of a source quickly and get back to writing. I've recently just discovered Scholar-C. It's developed from some folks in the UK. And what I like about this tool is that sometimes I'm writing and I realize I need a source that says something. So, for example, I've mentioned in this podcast, I'm working on a book called Rec Comp Moms, and I'm focusing on productivity habits for academic mothers. But I wanted to say something about Zoom fatigue and some of the pressures from the pandemic. I didn't want to really stop writing. I just needed a quote to mention something to the effect that academics are experiencing Zoom fatigue. So someone passed on an article to me, and what I ended up doing was I went to Scholar-C, and you can actually load the article in there and get flashcards made of the high points of the article. So one of the things that you can do is you can actually get their free extension for your browser to do this. So this is something that you can check out at scholarc.com and investigate it a little bit more. But the screen that I'm showing for those of you just listening to this is you basically browse and attach your article, and then there's a button that says generate your flashcard. And what it will do is generate not just one flashcard about this source, but actually several, depending on what you want to do. And so the next screen I'm showing is 3 different flashcards that came up once I clicked the button. So one of the flashcards just has summary concepts. So it's just some key concepts that are in the article. Another one is a summary where lots of points from the article are pulled out that are major points. And this is something helpful for me because, for one, if I was doing a skim read on the article, I might not actually get the essence of some of the major concepts in there. And that's a little bit dangerous to do when you're trying to use a source, obviously, for reference within your writing. So one of the things that I do is scroll through that Scholar-C summary just to make sure that I am really using the source in the way that it was intended to be meant. So it's another way to check your good scholarship. But because it's quick, it doesn't take me very long just to decide, yes, this is the kind of source I need, or no, this is the kind of source I don't need. Another flashcard that it produces is a references card. And I really like this because one of the things that it does with all of the reference is it shows you a link to a Google Scholar citation. It shows a link where you can find that citation in open access, along with some other things. So these are just a couple of the flashcards that you can get, but it's a really great tool. It does have a model where you can choose what level of Scholar-C you need. It don't let the prices listed in pounds throw you. What I looked at is for what I would need if I was going to use this tool a lot, and not just in as a browser extension, but if I was going to use this pretty heavily, it looks like it's around $11 a month in US, or in US dollars. So what I would recommend for this one is try it out a couple times for free. You actually can do several things for free on it using the extension. And this is the kind of tool that I might need, once or twice a week while I'm writing. If you need it more heavily for a more heavy purpose than that, for example, if you're in the middle of writing a literature review, this could be a really great tool for organizing your resources, because in some of the paid levels, you can actually sort your cards, you can link different cards to each other, and it's a really great note-taking system that does something different than other tools like Zotero or some of the other tools out in the market. So this is my third favorite technology tool, and another one that I think really moves writing forward because I can decide if I need a source, take what I need from that source, and then get back into my article and keep writing. So I'm hoping this episode helps you. If you would like to see the slides that were shown in this episode, these will be linked in the show notes, and you can actually see screenshots of what all of these tools do. But I would encourage everybody to try maybe finding a new writing tool that can help you and keep you motivated. These are three of my favorites, but there's certainly more out there. If you know of other tools that you want to share with us, please feel free to put those out on Twitter and copy them out to us, because we're always interested in hearing ways to help writers. Happy writing.